Hi dear students, today we shall talk about figures of speech with special reference to metaphor. As you know, we talked about simile in the previous lecture and we also talked about figures of speech and figurative language. To revise briefly, writers deliberately depart from usual use of words and language, and that language is called figurative language, and the figures of speech as well. Simile is a comparison, direct comparison between two different things, making use of like as so. And these two things, they have at least one thing, one point common or similar. So this is simile. Simile में हम दो मुख्तलिफ चीज़ों को कंपेयर करते हैं, उनमें एक चीज कम से कम यकसा होनी चाहिए और हम वर्ड्स एज लाइक सो का इस्तेमाल करते हैं, उसको हम सिमिली कहते हैं. इन उर्दू वी कॉल इट तशबीह. टुडे वी शैल टॉक अबाउट मेटाफर. Metaphor. Metaphor is also a figure of speech. Here we compare two different things without making use of like as so, and this comparison is called metaphor. So two different or unlike objects, they are compared, so it's comparison. And the comparison is not clearly made, it's not clearly stated, explicitly stated. Rather, the comparison is implicit, it is implied. Implied. Implied comparison. No like as so is used here. Like as so not used. इस कंपैरिजन में लाइक एज सो का इस्तेमाल नहीं होता है. तो जब हम दो मुख्तलिफ चीज़ों को एक दूसरे के साथ तशबीह दें, कंपेयर करें, और ये जो कंपैरिजन है ये डायरेक्टली ये क्लियरली स्टेट ना किया गया हो, वाज़िह तौर पे बयान ना किया गया, उसको हम क्या कहेंगे? मेटाफर. सो दिस इज मेटाफर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, he is a lion. He is a lion. Man is compared with animal directly without making use of the words of as or like. So man is compared with, no as or like is used, so it is metaphor. Humara is moon. Humara is moon. So a girl is compared with moon. So a girl is equated. It is compared with moon. She is as beautiful as moon. So the attribute, the quality of moon, that's beauty, is given to Humara. So it is metaphor. Camel is the ship of desert. Camel is the ship of desert. Camel is compared with ship. So two different things compared. Indirectly stated. The comparison is indirectly, unclearly stated. So it is metaphor. Revenge is a kind of wild justice. So here, revenge, it is compared with justice, wild justice. So two different things compared. So it is again metaphor. Icy hands. So at times it's somewhat difficult to find out whether it is a simile, it is a metaphor, or what it is. Icy hands. So hands are compared with ice. They are as cold as hands. Or rosy Face. Face is compared with rose. So it's again metaphor. Now we shall take some examples from your prescribed poems. Firstly, we shall take up examples from Mahjur's poem called Prayer. He used a number of metaphors in the poem. For example, you are my hope and trust. You are my hope and trust. God is compared with hope and trust as if they are one and the same thing. So God is equated with trust. But it is the comparison is not clearly stated. It's implied. Nectar of knowledge. यहाँ पे नॉलेज को नेक्टर एक ड्रिंक के साथ कंपेयर किया गया. Way of truth. It's again a metaphor. Now we shall take some examples from my last lesson of afternoon, written by D.H. Lawrence. He makes use of a metaphor like my pack of unruly hounds. Here, learners, students are compared with hounds, hunting dogs. तो स्टूडेंट्स को कंपेयर किया गया, इक्वेट किया गया किसके साथ? हंटिंग डॉग्स के साथ. So it's again a metaphor. We shall take some more examples like my last dear fuel of life. Or some other example, quarry of knowledge. Knowledge is compared with quarry. Some examples from speak up by phase. Phase ने a number of metaphors इस नज़्म में इस्तेमाल की. For example, sympathy, omen, flames, fetter, padlocks. Sympathy, omen, flames, fetter and padlocks. They describe a number of aspects of freedom struggle of India, and they are used as metaphor. As sympathy is metaphor for freedom struggle of India. And these other things like fetter and padlocks, they are metaphor for slavery. They indicate slavery. We have other examples. Your lips are not sealed. This is again now metaphor. Truth is not dead yet. Again metaphor. So these were some examples from your prescribed poems. So let me revise briefly what metaphor is. Metaphor is an indirect, an implied comparison between two distinctly unlike and different things or objects without making use of like, as, so. So it's called a metaphor. Metaphor simply जो इस्तिआरा होता है, इसको उर्दू में हम इस्तिआरा कहते हैं. इसमें हम दो मुख्तलिफ चीजों को कंपेयर करते हैं. और हम एज लाइक सो का इस्तेमाल नहीं करते हैं, और ये जो कंपैरिजन है इट्स इनडायरेक्टली मेड विदाउट स्टेटिंग, इट्स नॉट इट्स जस्ट implied comparison, so it's called a metaphor. So I think this is all for today. See you again in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye.